Hello lovely people, thank you all for clicking on this video. I hope you all are doing wonderfully well. Today I'm going to share with you the tricks or the techniques you can drop your puff puff into your oil with or without using your hands. Okay, I have 6 amazing techniques to share with you all, so sit back and enjoy the rest of the video. So if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, kindly do subscribe and be part of this beautiful family. Let's get started. So as usual, I'm going to use my all-purpose flour. You can also use plain flour if you want. To that, I'm going to add in my sugar, and as always, I'm going to list everything I use in the description box for you to check it out. I will then go ahead and add in a salt to taste, my nutmeg. I also go in with some powdered milk. For the milk, you can use any brand of your choice. I added in my sugar, mix everything together and add in some essence, and I'm using pineapple essence. I love this pineapple essence so much. You can also go in with some vanilla essence as well. To that, I added in some melted butter, and I'm going to add in just a little bit of water, and as you mix, you can go in with extra water if needed. All right, so I wanted to activate my yeast, but since I'm using instant yeast, I thought of it that let me just add it to it because it is instant yeast and it's going to do the magic itself. Okay, but if you are using activate yeast, then you have to activate it to see if the yeast is good before you go ahead and use it, because we don't want to waste our ingredients at all. Okay, so now mix the dough very well until you get no lumps in it and you have a very nice consistency as well, just the way you're seeing on the screen right now. So now I am at the right consistency that I'm looking for, so I'm going to rest this for about 30 minutes. Since I'm using instant yeast, no need resting this dough for about 1 hour or 2 hours. Even 10 minutes, you are good to go. So now let's rest this until it doubles in size very well. Alright, so after 15 minutes of resting the dough, do you see that bubbles in there, indicating that the instant yeast really did a good job? Alright, so now let's whisk our dough to reduce the air in it a little bit. And for our first technique, we're going to use our hand to scoop the puff puff in our oil, and we're going to use the catch and throw method. Yes, and also if you want to catch and throw your dough like this, make sure not to make it very watery, because if it becomes very watery, you won't be able to catch and throw it's just the way I am doing it. So be mindful of the water you add to it so you can achieve a consistency like this. And also, if you want your puff puff to come out very smooth and also comes out very round, then the catch and throw method is the best option. Okay, so now this is how we're going to drop the dough into our oil. We're going to use our index finger and our thumb size finger to scoop the dough into our oil. Simple and easy as that. If you are thinking of making puff puff your business, then this method is best for you, because this is going to create smoothness on the dough and it's going to attract your customers. Okay, so make sure to learn this trick. Okay, so now let's move on to our second technique, and you're going to love it. Alright, so for the second technique, I call it the scoop and drop method. This is very easy and you're not going to get your hand very messy just the way the first method did. Okay, with this method, you just have to scoop just a little amount of dough and you drop it in the oil. Simple and easy as that. Yeah, make sure not to scoop a lot of dough because it's going to make the dropping very difficult. Okay, always make sure to scoop just a little amount of dough and you drop it in the oil. Simple and easy as that. So now let's move on to our third technique. So for the third technique, I call it 2-in-1 scooping method. And with this method, we're going to divide the dough into 2 equal parts and we're going to drop it at the same time. Yeah, so now let's scoop it one more time and learn it very well. So when you scoop it like this, you kind of throw and cut to create smoothness on the dough, and you use your thumb finger and your middle finger to divide the dough into 2 equal parts. So after dividing it into 2 equal parts, I'm going to squeeze my palm, and that is what is going to help the dough cut into 2 equal parts, which one part is dropping from my upper hand and one part is also dropping from my lower hand, and that is what we call the 2-in-1 scooping method. It is so easy to make, and I hope you're going to try this. And so now let's watch the video and repeat it one more time. And so let me use this opportunity to thank you all my returning subscribers and new babies right here. You guys are too much. Thank you for liking my videos, sharing and commenting. Fam, I am truly grateful. And the fourth technique, I'm going to use a normal tablespoon for this, and I'm going to brush it a little bit with some oil. With this way, it's not going to be sticking when I scoop the dough, just the way you've seen it. As you can see, the dough didn't stick to the spoon, and that is what I'm looking for, so that when I drop it in the oil, it will be very easy for me. Okay, and if you are still watching this video at this point and you haven't liked this video yet, kindly do like this video and please do share as well. Thank you so much for doing that. And so now let's move on to our fifth technique on how you're going to scoop our puff dough into our oil without using our hand. And we're going to use this disposable cup. Yes, don't be surprised because I love the outcome of this disposable cup. So now let's brush in some oil, and with this way you're not going to waste a lot of dough at all. Okay, so I have filled my cup with some dough, and look at how the dough is coming out. It's coming so good. And I'm going to use one disposable cup to push it down into the oil, and I'll use a knife to cut it. Simple and easy as that. You push it down into your oil and you cut it. Simple and easy as that. And for the sixth technique, I'm going to show you as we fry the puff. Okay, so now let's get started with the frying of this puff. So I'm going to do this randomly. Yeah, I'm going to start with the catch and throw method, followed by the 2-in-1 scooping method, and it follows as that until all the puff turns into the perfect golden brown color that we're looking for. But the sixth technique is somewhere there in the video, so don't skip any part. Okay, and so if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel, and while you're subscribing, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell and be part of this beautiful family. Thank you so much for the support. I truly appreciate you all. Okay, so now let's move on to our sixth technique. And for the sixth technique, I pour some of the dough into a plastic bag. You can also use a Ziploc bag if you want. With this method, I'm going to push the rubber bag just the way I'm doing it, and I'm going to use a knife to cut it to make it a little bit round. Trust me, with this method you are not going to get it so round, but trust me, your hands are not going to get messy. You are going to love it. So kindly try this and you will love it. And as you can see, I am doing it randomly, and this is the disposable cup technique. And trust me, all these 6 methods came out so good, and I hope you're going to try all these 6 techniques at home. Alright, so now let's see the difference between the ones I used the material to scoop and the ones I used my hands to scoop. So this is the material one. I love the outcome. It wasn't so round, but if you don't want to get your hand messy, then the material ones is best for you. And yes, this is the ones that I use my hand to scoop. It's looking all round. And so now if you don't want to use your hand, or you don't want to get your hand messy, you can go for the first one if you want. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point. And if you've watched this video to this point, that means you are a proud foodie member. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do subscribe and be part of this beautiful family. Thank you for watching.